I'm the Honest Coach. I coach women on connecting with softness in order to gain control over their life circumstances and relationships with men. I'm so excited because I finally have my next conceptual book ready to come out. I'll be releasing it in a couple of days. The respond only method was like the first thing I've ever really put together in this fashion, and I'm going to be updating it because for me, I have to do stuff to learn how I want to do it. Um, and I still think the respond only method has so much value, but I'm going to re edit it and revamp it. I just know more now, and I have more established certainty in my unique angle of feminine energy, because feminine energy is so simple, but it's also very broad and it covers a lot of all kinds of topics. So I'm really excited about that. It's the respond only method is my text to help you feel the placement of feminine energy, which is receiving. And then the next text that I'm coming out with, it's how there's certain ways you can magnetize your feminine energy and get masculine energy in your environment to start orbiting you. The goal is you want your masculine energy to land, but there's things you can do to it makes me want to giggle. There's things you can do to magnetize your feminine energy, and it will make masculine energy in your environment start orbiting you. Start taking interest in you. Start leaning in, but not landing. And so this is one of my favorite tools because it also will keep you in your placement of feminine energy, but you're protected and you're still able to interact. You don't. We get in our heads so much about what feminine energy really means and how we're supposed to conduct ourselves from feminine energy. And there's all kinds of ways. But that's what my next text is going to be about, how to magnetize your feminine energy so that you can start pulling in masculine energy interest in your environment. Period. Whatever you choose to do with it, that's your choice. And then lastly, I want to say, if you don't feel good, you don't like the way that you feel, you're not in a good mood, your feminine energy is happiness and safety and comfort and very, very happy. Your feminine energy is your joy. So when you're not feeling the way you like to feel, don't get confused and think that you're doing something to cause it. Feminine energy is always about what you're receiving. It means that you are not getting what you need to get. That's all it means. I don't like the way I'm feeling. You're not getting whatever it is you need to get. One moment. Now, feminine energy, because she's so used to doing everything on her own and making decisions on her own, it's going to be very difficult for you to create the space for masculine energy to do because you're so comfortable doing it. So you think that that is a natural placement. You just got to like do stuff even though you don't like the way you feel. Oh well, suck it up, that's life. That's what feels like reality, but it isn't if you're going to use feminine energy. The reality of feminine energy is anytime you don't like the way you feel, you're not getting something you need. Now, that might take the shape in your conscious mind of time, resources, relationships. You're not getting enough love, you're not getting enough money, you're not getting enough time, you're not getting enough health. So that's the shape it's going to take, but in actuality, it all comes down to you're not getting you need to feel cared for. You need to feel that your feelings are cherished. You know, feminine energy can do all kinds, she can move mountains when she knows that it is appreciated and valued and that she's empowered to do so. I'm not saying you should do it from feminine energy, but I'm just saying feminine energy wants to be helpful. She loves being helpful. It's when you recognize that those efforts are not being valued, that you're being taken from, and that you're not getting what you need back, or you're getting bad things, that now it sinks you even lower. So anytime you don't feel good in your feelings, you're not receiving something that you need to receive. Oh, so what's the answer? Well, you are going to accept, reject, or tolerate. And it's going to look like this. You're going to say how you feel. You're going to say something like, I'm so disappointed. I really thought that this job was going to work out for me, but it's clear that it's not. I really thought that this person was a friend to me, but they did something that hurt me, and I think they know that they did it. Now, you can have a conversation about it, but your feelings are always going to tell you the truth, and you need to realize my feelings tell me otherwise. My feelings tell me that you knew what you were doing when you did it, and that it hurt my feelings. So it's really disappointing because I really liked you and I thought you were such a good friend. I really thought that I could trust you, but it turns out I can't. So I'm sorry. I wish we could be friends. I wanted us to be friends, but you did something that hurt my feelings, so I have to stay away from you. You know? I really thought this job was going to give me what I needed, but it turns out it's not. It's taking too much and it's not giving me what I need, so I have to go find another job. I don't want to find another job, but I have to. I'm not getting what I need. It's starting to make me feel bad. What was the other example I gave? Friendship, work, just anything. Anywhere that you're not really feeling, instead of thinking about what you need to do or what you've done, or your mind is going to try and make sense. You're not getting what you need to get. What is it that you need to get? Make that your priority. And if you want to go after it from your feminine energy, decide how you want it to feel when you receive it. And then just make believe as you go along. I'm only going to do it to feel comfortable. I'm only going to do it to feel whatever it is. So if you don't like the way you feel, you're not receiving what you need to receive. So that's where you need to start saying, no thank you, and I'm going to look for this. I'm going to look to receive this. And look for my next text that's coming out. I don't have a title for it yet, but this is how it happens. I finally decide, like, yes! And then I just, like, dive in. My timer went off. The time has arrived. So I'm very excited about this next text because I think what people want, what people who connect with my content want more than anything, is they want the tools and to know how to use them so that they can get whatever it is they're trying to get, which I believe is experimenting with feminine energy to see if it's real or not, or to see if it's applicable or effective for entertainment and education purposes only. But I will have this book coming out, and it will help you magnetize your feminine energy, and it's so effective and interesting. And I think anyone that connects with me and connects with the way that I perceive and use feminine energy is really gonna love this text. Really gonna love this text. So that's all I have today. If you don't like the way you feel, you're not getting what you need to get. There's nothing else to fix or resolve. Feminine energy is receiving energy. So if you don't like the way you feel and you're not feeling empowered and you're feeling pushed and pulled and drained, and like no matter what you do, it's never going to be enough, you don't want that. You don't want that. There is no win when you're involved with circumstances or other people where they're willing to take and they don't give you what they're agreeing to give you in return. They're willing to take and take and take, but they're not willing to give you anything but criticism and insults and well, you did this wrong and you did this wrong, but you've done all these other wonderful things. That's called invalidation, and you want to stay as far away from that as possible. You want to get what you need to get. At least recognize that you're not getting it, decide what it is, and move in that direction. Blessed be.